What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Onney, the CEO, and I'm coming back to you with another week, another fire and inspirational segment. And today, I have someone special for you. I have one of my favorites, so much so, I had to bring her back. So, I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. The woman I have in the studio tonight, man, I have been following her journey for years. She is one of my favorites. Whenever I see her, I have a whole fangirl moment. She's been on the show about 3 years ago, and I want to bring her back so we can find out where is she now. So without further ado, I need you guys to give it up for Kai Hicks. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For coming back, girl.
Absolutely.
I just been enjoying you. Like, I have been, like, just so enjoying you. Like, I saw you. I don't even want to tell all the story before I get there. But
okay.
I've been to some of your shows.
Wow.
And I have so much content in my phone. Like, this a girl, this a girl.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, you know what? Let me reach out to her and see if she going to come back and talk to me and let me get in her business. So now that I have you back on the show, some people that's watching today didn't catch the last one.
Right.
So for those that are tuned in, plugged in, and watching, can you tell us who you are, what you do?
Absolutely. My name is Kai Hicks. I am a native Houstonian, and I'm a singer. I'm an artist, professional background singer, philanthropist, and motivational speaker.
Yes, you do so much, and I've literally just watched everything. Like, you have done a whole new. It's a whole new Kai. Yeah. So can you?
I'm under construction.
Give me a little insight on what's all been happening since the last time we spoke.
Well, the last time we spoke, I think it was right before the pandemic.
Yep, it was.
Almost lost my life to COVID.
Okay.
And the doctors revealed to me that I had a immune disease. So the last time you saw me, I was probably 60 pounds heavier on the old Outside the Box.
Right.
So since then, I've just been working on my health, and then I had to put music to the side for a minute because it was a little stressful, and then now, then I get a call last year from Bun B to do the sold out rodeo. And because I was telling God, okay, well, maybe I should retire from music. I've done it a lot. It's been 24 years. I'm not necessarily trying to be famous at this point. I never really,
did it for that.
That was never really my thriving point. I just knew I love being a live singer. I love the energy between me and the audience. I love to connect with people because I'm a people person. It's the Aries in me. And so just people like Bun, reaching out to me and reminding me, hey, you one of the OGs.
Yeah, really, for real. Like, if you don't know, you should know, because I've been definitely following the grind. And
Absolutely.
You have been, like, you've had your resident spots and everything. Now, do you have any resident spots right now in Houston?
Yeah, actually, I'm at the D-Bar every Tuesday and third board. From 8:30 to 10:30.
Speaking of the D-Bar, you don't never know who gonna come through.
You really don't. You really don't. Last Tuesday, Devin the Dude just stopped by. Willie D, he stops in. It's a lot of Houston legends. They just come through. Yeah, the D-Bar is one of those you can be yourself here slack. Not a lot of young people. We good.
And the crazy part is, celebrities are just walking in, and they could
in.
Be themselves and not have to worry about the pandemonium that comes
they
with
don't.
Going to these.
But that's because they're going into a older person establishment.
Yeah.
We would have been fanboying out over you in the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Not right now, bro. We all the same age. Like,
yeah.
You don't even realize that you're the same age as some of the people you have been admiring so long.
So long, yeah. And
they've been in the business
might be a
that
little
long.
older than them. If
Right.
you sit down and talk
Absolutely.
to them, you're like, okay, wait a minute.
right. Because, when I found out Lil Flip wasn't as old as I thought he was, I was like, well, you was a child creating these songs, these moments for Houstonians.
Right. Because I don't care what nobody say, Game Over still gonna hit.
Game Over. I could do that.
Hey, I could do that. Man,
or we can go with Sunshine. He let me sing that with him last year on the rodeo.
Oh, I like that.
That's what we did last year, me and Flip.
So, speaking of the rodeo,
okay,
I actually attended the Bun B concert this year.
Oh, and wasn't it awesome?
Man, he brought out so many people. I just was like, I didn't even see all those people on the list that was going to be there.
He wanted you surprised.
Oh, man, he surprised so many people like the Jazzy Faye, Juvenile, and Manny Fresh, and Erykah Badu.
Right. Oh, everybody was like, what?
Yeah, baby, listen, I mean, he didn't. Oh.
But the chills that come over me when you say Erykah Badu is because during our rehearsal time, I had to sing those songs and they were sending them back to her. So, my nerves was absolutely a whole nother kind of bad. When she saw me, she was like, hey. I was like.
So, you've had a lot of those moments where you've been able to meet legends in the industry.
Absolutely.
And I want to take a commercial break and just say that people that are legends, you don't scale them by the dollar sign.
Right.
You scale them by the impact that they have made.
Come on.
And so you have been able to work with some impactful people.
Absolutely.
The David Banners and so what's that like? Because you're impactful too. So even though we are stars in our own right, it does not mean that we cannot have the human experience of being excited of working with other great individuals.
Absolutely.
So for you, what is that like?
Man, for the experience that just happened with David, he's absolutely one of my all-time favorite producers. And him and Flip, Girls Get Down on the Floor, what they did at the rodeo. I knew when everybody heard that beat, they were going to go crazy. And David had a lot of energy. He was very, very, very Aries-ish. A lot of energy, just all off the wall. And then he caught a hold to a guitar and he started playing these chords. And we're just over there vibing. Nobody's saying anything because we're just watching the genius at work. And he looks up at me. He's like, sing something. Oh. Well, say less. Will do.
Can we pull up the David Banner jam session right quick?
Shout out to Queen Latifah for the hook. That used to be Just Another Day in the Hood is Queen Latifah's hook. Okay. But I was freestyling my own, verse. But
let's check it out.
Yes.
Just another day in the neighborhood, just another day around the way. Feeling good today, feeling lovely, just another day in the neighborhood, just another day around the way. Feeling good today, ain't no stress, no way. Every day I get up in the morning, thanking God I got a new start, a new day, do it my way. Times are hard, but I'm pushing through. Tell you what I'm gonna do, have a brew, or maybe smoke too. Another day.
That's a whole vibe, man. Listen, y'all need to record that remix.
Shout out to
David Banner. Yes, indeed.
Mississippi's finest. Yes, Lord.
Literally.
And he know, don't get it twisted. That's my God.
Yes, indeed. Let's get back to these 74,000 sold out tickets at the Houston Rodeo.
And I mean, last year was even more sold out than this year.
Matter of fact, let's take a clip. Let's check it out. The opening of the Bun B concert.
Houston, you know what we doing. We doing what? Being the cheese, cause we be what? BLAD, cause we be
I can only give y'all a little bit because, you know, I don't need no copyright infringement.
Come on,
Yeah.
right.
I saw my boy Corey Stute was
Already?
on the strings,
Wait,
man.
Grammy nominated. Corey
Listen,
Stute.
let's get it right.
Grammy nominated Savar on drums.
Yes.
These are
Powerhouses.
Houston has some talent, bro.
I feel so privileged to know y'all. Like, they're my friends.
Absolutely, and it be for real.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. No, I really do.
Dude,
That's
that's
my
my,
homegirl.
yeah, like,
facts.
just being able to sit and just be able to just
Facts.
connect and
Yeah.
give you your flowers, because, girl, I love you.
And it's so crazy how people ask me, you know, how did that happen? Because the guy that brought me to here, my Uber driver, recognized me from the rodeo. And they recognized me also from the Juvenile Trill Burger commercial.
Uh-huh.
I come in on the end singing because I didn't know they were taping.
Okay.
So when they all turn out, so now if you go and look on Trill Burger and you see the girl in the back is walking in, that's me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
So people actually like, recognize you.
yeah, he asked me like, how did you even meet Bun? I was like, I was just saying that I met Bun during Hatter's Idol.
Okay.
Hatter did a show that was sort of like American Idol. They gave away cars, cash, all of that. And Bun, ESG, LaToya Luckett, and myself were the judges.
Mm-hmm.
And I at that time, I had only probably been with Regina Bell. But Hatter thought enough of me to like, yo, you're a professional background singer. I feel like you're going to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what led me to LaToya Luckett, which led me to Jay Holiday, which led me to Shantae Moore, which led me to Ledisi and Beyonce and J-Lo, and the list, you know.
Goes on.
It goes on. And, yeah.
It got to be some type of just liberating, because that means that God has a purpose for you. And just when you thought about saying, you know what, I think I'm going to chill out. He was like, no, you're not. I gave you a gift and you finna use it.
Yeah. I tell somebody all the time, when God throw you a bone, that bone be a pterodactyl bone sometime. I felt like the rodeo was a pterodactyl bone.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, you know, let me know that he did not forget about me.
No.
It might take longer because it's going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't be the same as everybody else's.
So what could you tell someone now? Because, I mean, you've worked with, I can't name them all. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, just last week, Devin and Dude passed through. I mean, Zero passed
Absolutely.
through.
Oh,
Jam
I do
session with
stuff
them.
That's right.
So it's like, I'm like, who hasn't she worked with? So I don't even want to ask you who all you work with, because it almost leave room to forget someone, and we don't want to offend
Because I definitely
anybody.
don't want to forget Alicia Keys.
Come on, Alicia Keys. I mean, you didn't work with some of everybody.
You know what? I tell people all the time, being a good person will take you way farther than your talent.
Mm-hmm.
I just believe in being a consistent person.
Mm-hmm.
When people see me, they be like, man, you the same every time I see you, Kay. That's
right.
a blessing.
That is a blessing.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is, because everybody is not comfortable in their skin.
And you know what? And that goes back to saying it's not how you live, but how you're remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And how the person that's sitting across from you is able to experience you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that experience is what they're going to remember.
Right.
And you never know. Like, I've had so many friends pass away,
Mm-hmm.
you know, rest in peace.
Especially
And
over
I
the
always
last
think
years.
about, if my day comes and I am to go tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
how would you feel about this experience? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What would my last
Mhm.
conversation with you be like?
Absolutely.
So even when I get provoked in the anger, I'm still very mindful of what I say in the exchange, because I still want to be remembered as a graceful person.
Absolutely.
And so I give people the grace of having the human
I would wanna
experience
extend
of
it.
making mistakes, because I'm human
Mhm.
and I make mistakes, and I have good days and I have bad days.
Right.
And some days my good days vary.
Mm-hmm.
It might be the best I can do today, but it might
That's
not be as
it.
good as yesterday.
Well, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in those days of your transitioning,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, like you said, you discovered you had gotten sick,
Right.
you had taken some time out to focus on yourself.
Right.
What were some of your formulas for staying just mentally grounded?
That's when I came up with a concept of I'm more than music.
Mm.
I know when people want to see me, they want me to sing. I know, and I love y'all for it. I really, really do. But that ain't what we want to do all the time. I'm way more than a musician. I'm a mom. I am a motivator. I'm a assistant. I don't mind assisting. You know, I'm a people connector. I do these things because it brought me to a concept I came up with called More Than Music. Because there's so many of us musicians who have so many other real things happening in our life outside of music. And like, I was working the day before my father died and the day after my father died. Because for one, the show must go on. For two is, I had to show people I'm human. I went back to work last Tuesday and they said, where have you been? And I said, well, last Tuesday my mom had emergency brain surgery. And everybody just looked. I said, no. She's not dead. We can praise God right now. She's not dead. And everybody was like, oh, you know, and they were clapping. But what are you doing at work? I got to be at work.
Right.
This is just a show of strength. If she wasn't here, the show has to go on.
And really, to be honest with you, when people tell me, oh, you're so strong, sometimes I'll say, no, it's not really that I'm strong. It's just that I just keep waking up. Because it's some days that I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, but God just wake me up. And so I'm operating on autopilot because
a lot of us are on autopilot.
The show got to go on, which means the rent still got to get paid. The lights got to still stay on. I still got to keep these four wheels under my feet. So
and you got to still choose happiness.
Yes, and you got to choose happiness.
That's
now,
a choice.
Allow yourself to feel, grieve if you have to grieve, be angry for a minute. Allow yourself to go through those feelings so you can get to the other side.
Absolutely.
But so many of us don't understand that it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to take a minute to say, I'm just going to focus on me for a minute.
And it takes a minute when you are the strong friend. Because everybody's looking at what move she about to make. Because if she blow it, I've been paying attention to her the whole time. So if she blow it, I don't know exactly who I can look to. So that's also a lot of pressure on those of us who they consider the strong friend. And it's like, bro, whatever you're going through, I'm going through, and I have to go through it twice as hard because I'm going through it by myself. Because if I tell you, you're going to fall apart at what I got going on in my life.
I tell people that all the time. When people say that they wish they were
these shoes, they hurt.
Like me,
they hurt my feet.
What I'm doing. I'm like, baby, some of this stuff will make you fold. Cause I done folded up like a lawn chair a few times. Me? But God keeps tapping me on my shoulder and say, girl, get up now. You can fall, but don't stay down there.
I tell people all the time, every time I think about retiring, he give me another tour or something. I can't. That's what I need you here, because I know when people have a conversation with you, they're going to be moved. And I need you to keep moving through the industry. I don't want you moving through the regular streets.
Right.
I need you to move because I trust you with these people. And I trust your spirituality that you're going to get the message conveyed, the purpose driven while you're there. That's to just get you in the door. But what I have for you is to talk to them.
That's right. Now, speaking of talking to them, what advice could you give someone that's our age? Because, and I say that specifically because I hear so many people think it's too late or they ran out of time.
I was one of those people.
Or
I was absolutely one of those people.
I'm in my 40s, baby, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm thriving, honey.
Darling, I am 50. And for someone my age, I've always been like, okay, this is a young man's game. And then I realized, like, talent doesn't have an expiration.
No, it don't.
Only you can stop you from being who you want to be.
Because it's really 90% business and relationship and 10%
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm just, so I had to, and it's not even a factor of me reinventing myself, because everybody knows I wear blonde hair. Everybody knows I got either the short hair or the little tiny curly fro. And for me to do this hairstyle at 50, everybody's like, oh, you trying to be like the kids? I'm saying, no.
You're just flourishing.
It's another layer. And, you know, I like Bobby Brown and Gumby, so that's what we did.
I like your hair. I think it's legit.
It's
The glasses,
absolutely
the whole everything, the whole package is
I
just
appreciate it.
put together. I was like, shoot.
I really,
I feel like I'm at a cool ass
I
kickback
tell
right now.
you understand. I tell people all the time, like, yo, I really had to really understand that age really doesn't mean much.
It doesn't define you.
No, it
You know,
doesn't.
people give age too much power, I think.
It gets different though, because sometimes on stage you do overheat. Sometimes you are out of breath or those type things. But you got to learn how to work that in the show.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Cause baby, listen, I went to the Mardi Gras with the Q's.
Yeah.
And you were a live performer there, and you kept the crowd entertained all night long.
Yeah. I wanted to come back.
I
was like, we
had
gonna
to go
stop
out there
and
and do my little two-step.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just trying to keep up with these, and the younger musicians, they keep me grounded.
Yeah.
And they keep me on to what's
And
new.
fresh, yeah.
Yeah, they keep me on to what's new. They just like, your image, you don't need help with. Like,
don't.
You one of the flyest old ladies I've ever seen. I'll be laughing like,
I'm gonna let you make it with
I
the
caught
old
that.
lady.
Yeah, just know that I caught the old lady thing, but it's cool. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate the respect that's finally being put on my name. Even outside of Bond, you know, like I was with Beyonce back in 2010, and you know, the respect that comes with all the stuff I did before her definitely was doubled after her. And you reach out, that's when I got with J-Lo and Lettucey, and you know, Lettucey, it literally found me on Instagram like, yo, anybody know where I can find Kai Hicks? Because we had met before, because we have mutual friends.
Okay.
So I had met her several times before, and our voices are very like. Except for she's a soprano and I'm a contralto.
Okay.
But she, she actually found me through some friends that we knew. She's like, are you off tour? Yeah. Well, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
come on, I need you. I need you. That's how you know. Because it doesn't matter what comes along or who may try to dim your light, but
Right.
what is for you will seek you out. Will seek you out when you're not even looking for it.
if people understood that if you just are a good person, God will start moving those issues out of the way. You just have to be out of the way too. Because he don't need your help.
Oh, that's a whole nugget. Sometimes we get out of God's way.
We get out of, if you would move, he could do a little bit more. But you trying to help him and slowing him down.
Yeah. And it's a control thing. Sometimes we want to hold on to the outcome so bad that we already have it in our mind how it's supposed to play out.
Right.
And the first sign of it not going that way causes some people to quit.
Yes.
When really God is not saying you're not going to get there. He's just giving you a detour because there's something on this street that you need to see.
Or just because I need you to back up a taste.
Yeah, and don't do
I
my
cannot
job.
quite get to it because you're standing in front of it.
And then sometimes we want to bring people with us. That is
I
another
just had that
one,
conversation
you
the
know,
other day.
and
Everybody can't go.
everybody
no matter
can't
how
go.
much
And
you
that's-
love them.
and that actually hurts sometimes.
It hurts
because
bad.
in our mind we do it so that we can go back and bring the people
And
that we
bring
love
them
with
with
us.
us.
But then we bring them with us
Yeah.
and they sabotage everything that we built, and so it makes you feel
because
like
they're not ready for that level of what we are.
and that's also
And it doesn't
an act of
bring
playing
them
God.
down.
That's an act of
Right.
playing God too, because
It
we
is.
might be passing on a blessing to somebody He's trying to teach a lesson to, and He's giving us our pearls, and we giving them to be trampled. So He's like, okay, well, hold up, let me slow down on giving you your pearls, so that you don't know what to do with them.
You don't know who to give
And
them
then
to.
we wonder why we go through a financial deficit or a setback. It's because we were too busy playing God,
Too busy
trying to bless
playing
people He
God.
was trying to teach
Yeah.
a lesson to, and trying to bring people to the top that don't even want to see us there.
Listen, and
A word
and good night. What?
that don't want to see
No,
us there,
seriously.
you know.
It's always, unfortunately, young Dolph was killed by his friends. Actually, Onney was killed by his friends.
Yeah.
People who you think got your back don't have your back, but a stranger is who I've known now to come and bless me.
You know what? That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I have multiple businesses, from the publishing company to the CMOS company, and my clientele is not even my demographic.
No.
You know, my faithful clientele is not my demographic.
And it never will be.
Yeah. And that's something.
And that's, you know, weird.
They even talk about it, I want to say in the Bible, where men have to go to a different, you know,
You're going to have to step outside the box.
That's why we here today.
You're going to step outside.
Because we are living outside the box. You cannot put us in the box. Like you say, you are more than music.
I'm more than music.
And you have made major strides, and I just want to commend you for not quitting on yourself, because we need you.
Man.
Good, wholesome
Do not make
music.
me cry, friend.
We need you. We need your energy. We need that genuine energy. There's not that
Absolutely.
much of it left
It's
in the
not.
industry. You know, everybody is kind of on some other stuff. I don't know what it is,
Really.
but when you come across genuine people that really want to see everyone around them win,
Everybody
you hold on
win.
to
There's
them.
enough
and so
money for us all.
you have that, and I want to
Thank you.
commend you for having that. Don't lose that,
Will not
because
ever.
God will continue to open up doors that you didn't even knock on.
That I didn't even knock on. Wasn't even standing in front of it. Yeah.
So tell us, we want to stay in contact
Okay.
with you. You have before I go there, your Instagram, your social medias, everything was hacked, gone,
Everything
couldn't
was hacked.
find
I
you.
had 3 or 4 pages.
I had people DMing
Yeah.
me, asking about you, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me call.
Yes.
Is this you? No, this is-
Right.
So, but in the process of your accounts being hacked, you had a lot of followers,
I
a lot of
did.
people. How did you handle that?
I was angry. I was pretty angry because I had 4 pages.
Right.
And they all were standing at maybe 10,000-15,000 by the
Right.
time they got hacked.
Yeah.
So to lose that many followers, and now I don't even have 2,000.
Right, right.
Like, they really don't know where to find me, and I really can't remember everybody.
To
You know,
go
so
and-
to go and look. So I'm just
Well, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you
Absolutely.
get that following back up. We got a new
Yes,
page, an
we do.
official page.
an official page.
So y'all make sure y'all go find it. Kaya
Yeah, Kaya.
underscore. That's
Underscore.
KAI underscore 2 real. That is her only Instagram
Only
page.
Instagram.
So y'all make sure y'all go hit that follow button.
And
Let's get
TikTok
them
too, I
numbers.
think.
Let's go
Same
get them
thing.
numbers back up, because let me tell you something. A hater ain't stopping nothing.
No.
And if you really want to know, Google her.
Come on, I'm
Go
Googleable.
and check the facts.
I'm Googleable.
Do your homework, baby.
Absolutely.
This is a legend in the studio
Oh,
right here
man.
today, and
I'm so glad to be an OG from Houston.
Man.
You don't even understand.
I salute you.
This means a lot
Yeah.
to R&B. We have a lot, you know, Houston support the OGs that rap, but it's very seldom that the OGs that are R&B artists are recognized. So thank you for recognizing one of the OGs,
Yeah.
one of the pioneers of this
Man,
live
it's
music
my
thing.
honor.
Shout
My
out to
absolute-
Liz Vaughn and Andre James and Dana Jackson for being, and Greta Jordan, for being part of that crew that started the underground in Houston with me.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Man, we don't leave nobody behind. You hear?
Yeah, listen.
You hear us? Well, I
History.
want to remind our viewers and our watchers that we bring out another episode every week, same time, same place. We're on multiple platforms. Find a platform that works for you. You know, we're everywhere. Hip Hop Street, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio. Man, find one that works for you. And if you can, do me one solid. Come on over to our YouTube page. I would love for you guys to be a part of my personal following on Outside the Box with Onney. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification so you can be notified whenever we drop another fire segment. We have over 110 episodes available for you. So if you miss something, go back and catch up. We have some fire guests on the show, and I'm sure that every show will leave you inspired, motivated, and determined to live outside the box. I thank you so much.
Thank you, sis.
I love you.
I love you as well.
And yeah, we gonna be catching up because we got a
Absolutely.
birthday coming up soon.
We absolutely
right?
do.
Yes.
Big
So
time.
I'm your
Yes,
girl,
ma'am.
Onney the CEO. I'm gonna let y'all get out of my business because we finna go have some fun. You're now
Absolutely.
plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box.
Outside the box.